listening from all the participants, we'll be starting with a short activity, with a short Tajweed activity. The name of the activity is Spot the Mistake. Spot the Mistake. So I'll be reading some of the common surahs which we normally recite in Salah. But I'll not be applying the Tajweed rule into it. Deliberately I'll be making a Tajweed error. You have to spot which Tajweed error has been made and how is it supposed to be read correctly. Okay? You have to listen very carefully and then you have to respond. Fine? Just a second. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. I'm reading again. Listen carefully. I'm making two errors here. You have to spot out both the errors. Okay? Listen carefully. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Yada, you did the stretch.
Okay, someone may say that it is an optional mad. It's an optional mad, but it's better that you apply it. Rules are there so that you apply it into your tilawa. It's not a major mistake because it's an optional mad. Mad munfasil. This is called as mad munfasil, detached mad. You're allowed to skip it. We'll explore how does it look like, inshallah. But there are two other mistakes. One more time I'm reading. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Who's been able to spot the mistake? Even anyone from the sisters want to answer, you can also say the answer. Okay? Here from the brothers, anyone knows what is the mistake done? Correct, well done. That's very good. That's the first mistake which Muhammad Abdur Rahman, right, has spotted. On the word tab, you're supposed to do qalqala. And here the qalqala will be at the highest level. Okay, that's one. One more mistake is remaining. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Anyone has heard about hums? Rule of hums? Hums, anyone heard? Not heard yet, no problem. Hums is whisper sound. It's a whisper sound and it is specific to ta and kaf when they have a sukoon on it. If you spot a ta with a sukoon or a kaf with a sukoon on it, what are you supposed to do? Name of the rule? Hums. Hums. H-A-M-S or ha mim seen. Hums. It's a whisper sound. How does it sound like? I'll show you. Tabbat. Tabbat. You heard this sound? Tabbat. Normally, how do we read here in the Indian subcontinent? We read it as Tabbat yada. Without hums. It's read without hums. So what are you supposed to do hums? You have to let little bit of air. You have to allow some air to flow from your mouth. Tabbat. Can you make this sound now? Tabbat. Yes, brother, you also. But not that strong. It's a very light sound. Should not be very heavy or very hard. Tabbat. Tabbat. So what the purpose is to make you understand what hams is. Normally it is ignored, it is skipped. Many of the reciters of the Quran don't follow the hams rule here, especially in the Indian subcontinent. Let's move ahead to another example. I'm giving you another example. How much time we have left for Maghrib? When is Maghrib? 6, 7. Azan is at 6, 7 or Jamaat? 6, 1 Azan. Okay, so we have almost 25 minutes left with us. So inshallah, after that, we'll have to take a break for Maghrib Salah. Let's continue this round. I'm reading another verse. Okay? Now from Surah Kawthar. The verse from Surah Kawthar which I'm reading here, you have to spot the mistake. Again, there will be 2 mistakes deliberately done so that you spot them and you notify it to me. Inna shaniyaka huwal abtar. Inna shaniyaka huwal abtar. Where is the mistake? Should not elongate. Which letter? Shaniyaka. So Hamza is not supposed to be elongated. What is the other mistake in this surah, in this ayah? Yes, you tell me. So what is the mistake? Yes, said it correct. What's your name? Abdullah. Abdullah spotted it correctly. Inna, that's wrong. So here I'm pointing out a very common mistake which is done when we recite the Quran. Many people, they stretch the single haraka. There's a single haraka, just a zabar or zair or pesh, but they stretch it long. So if it is a single haraka, just stretch it single count. If it is a haraka followed by a mad letter, mad letters are what? There are 3 mad letters. Alif, Ya and Waw. Very good. Alif sakina, before it there will be a fatha. In short, A, E, U sound. These are the mad letter sounds. So if there is a mad letter, then you stretch. If there is a single haraka, you don't stretch. Until now, I've been teaching Quran for almost 4 to 5 years. This is one of the most common mistakes done. That reciters or the students, they stretch the single haraka more than what is required and they understretch the mad letter sounds. So what is supposed to be stretched is not stretched, and what is not supposed to be stretched is stretched. Very careful. You have to be very careful. Many a times this may even change the meaning. It can change the meaning also. Fine. So this was our first activity. Inshallah, in our first session, we will be learning about the importance of Tajweed. What makes Tajweed so important? Why are you supposed to learn it? Is it something which you can ignore and you can carry along? Is it something of that nature? We'll find out, inshallah. So the first topic which we'll start with is, what does the word Tajweed mean? The word Tajweed. Does anyone know what does the word Tajweed mean? Pronunciation. Brother says pronunciation. What else in Tajweed? See, every Arabic word we learn, it has got a linguistic meaning and it has also got an applied meaning. Linguistic meaning, what does it mean? What does it mean according to the language? General meaning. And there is an applied meaning also. Okay? So, what does tajweed mean according to you? One brother here has said pronunciation. Yes, let me hear from you. Understanding. Brother says, can you tell your name, please? Samir Bhai. He says understanding. Tajweed is understanding of the Qur'an. Right? That's what you're saying. Yes, you studied Tajweed. So you also need to tell us what does it mean. Reading the Quran, reciting the Quran by pronouncing the Arabic letters from their right articulation points. What else comes under Tajweed? Okay, let me break down what Tajweed means. In the Arabic language, Tajweed comes from the root word Jawwada. Jawwada, yujawwidu. Jawwada means to do something in the best manner. Or Jawwada also means excellence. To do something in the best possible manner. It's called Jawwada. Okay? That's the linguistic meaning. But when we talk about Tajweed as a subject, what it means? Tajweed as a subject means pronouncing the Arabic letters from their right articulation points. You're supposed to pronounce the Arabic letters from their right articulation points. Articulation point yani makhraj. Have you heard the word makhraj? Yes, the place from where the sound is supposed to come out. Okay, every letter has got its own makhraj or articulation point. So you're supposed to pronounce it from the right place. That's the first thing, first and most important thing. जितने भी अरबी हरूफ हैं उनको सही मखरज से अदा करना है. मखरज की दुरुस्तगी सबसे पहले. दूसरी चीज जो तजवीद में आती है, the second thing which comes is that all the Arabic letters, they have got certain qualities. What do I mean when I say qualities? Like even human beings, they have got qualities. Some human beings are fat, some are thin, some are tall, some are short. Similarly, Arabic letters also have got qualities. Like, can you tell me some qualities which are there in Arabic letters? In terms of their sounds, there are some qualities. Yes? Correct, very good. That's the right answer. Brother has given us the right answer. Heavy, some letters are heavy. Like when you pronounce them, you feel heaviness. Like, can you give me an example of a heavy letter? Qaf. See, when you pronounce a heavy letter, you should not circle your mouth. Qaf, don't say. Instead, open up your mouth. Qaf. Qaf. Every heavy letter, whenever you pronounce them with an open mouth, full mouth, qaf, but not with a round mouth. If you pronounce it with a rounded mouth, then the sound will include what? It will include wow as well. Like qaw, qaw. Like you say qaw, can you see some wow element also coming in it? There are traces of wow as well found. So that will change the pronunciation completely. That's why when you say heavy letter, don't circle your mouth. Open it up wide. Qaf, Sod, Sod, don't say. Bod, don't say. To, no, wrong. Ta. All of you can say with me, Ta, Ta, Ta. We'll learn more how heavy letter is pronounced. But now we are just discussing the definition. So the first thing covered is articulation points. Pronounce the Arabic letter from its right articulation. Second thing is, whatever quality belongs to that letter, give that letter its due qualities. For example, if that letter has the quality of being heavy or being light, then pronounce it according to that manner. Don't make heavy letter sound light and light letter sound like a heavy letter. This is also one of the most common mistakes done while reading the Quran. Heavy letters are made to sound light and light letters are made to sound heavy. All right? That's a very common mistake. And the third thing which comes under Tajweed is that you have to apply the rules of recitation. See, there are many rules of Tajweed, like we have Ikhfa, we have Idgham, we have Izhar, we have Iqlab, Qalqala. All of these rules, you are supposed to apply them in your recitation. Fine? So that is the first and most important thing, that you should get the definition right. Some scholars have even defined Tajweed in a very simple manner by saying, reciting the Qur'an in the same manner as it was revealed to our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. How many of us want to recite the Quran like how Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam recited? How many of us want? You don't want, brother? You raised it. Okay. Your hand was not visible. Everyone wants to recite, right? So what is the way out then? Learn what? Learn Tajweed. When you learn Tajweed, then only you will be able to recite like how the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to recite. Okay? This is what Tajweed enables you to do. When you have learned Tajweed and when you learn how to apply it properly, you can be 100% sure that you are reciting it like how the Prophet used to recite. Because Quran is not just preserved in its wordings, it is also preserved in the way it is supposed to be read. What do you think? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the Quran. Did Allah reveal it to us so that we recite it the way we want? According to our free will, as we want, we recite. Is that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted? So when Allah revealed, He also taught the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Jibreel alayhi salam how is supposed to read the words of the Quran. Because there's normal Arabic. Who among you knows Arabic as a language? Have studied Arabic as a language? No one here has learned about Arabic. So the point which I want to make here is, when you speak normal Arabic and when you recite the Arabic which is found in the Quran, there's a difference. Is it the same way? No. In normal speech, we don't stretch our sound like how we stretch it in mad. Or in normal speech, we don't do ikhfa. We don't do idgham, for example. We don't do qalqala, for example. So all of these things were taught to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through whom? Jibreel alayhi salam, the teacher of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam learnt it from Jibreel alayhi salam. And whom did he teach? The Sahaba, the companions. He taught the companions And the chain did not stop over there. Sahaba also became teachers like Ali radiyallahu anhu or Uthman radiyallahu anhu, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu, Ubay ibn Ka'b. Like if you see the sanad, most of the sanad of ijaza, they reach Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through either Ali radiyallahu anhu or Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Uthman ibn Affan, Ubay ibn Ka'b. So Sahaba, while being busy, like Ali radiyallahu anhu, he was the Khalifa. While being busy as a Khalifa, he did not leave his task of making the Tabi'een learn Quran through him. Or Ubay ibn Ka'b, or Uthman ibn Affan. You see, so much of importance was given towards learning of the Quran. That such giant Sahabas who had giant responsibilities, but they did not ignore, they did not sideline their learning and teaching of the Quran. And you know, especially this is for those who are above 35 years or above 40 years. 6 baje na? So you may be thinking that it's very difficult now. How will I learn? I should have learned it in my childhood days. I should have learned when I was young. Now I don't have time. If you look at the Sahaba, Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu, Umar radiyallahu anhu, Uthman radiyallahu anhu, the three Khalifas, just for example, we take these three Khalifas. When did they memorize the Quran? Do you know what was their age? When did they memorize the Quran? Almost they had crossed 50. So at that age, they completed their hifz of the Quran. Can you imagine? And at the same time, they had so many responsibilities to look after, whether it be the responsibilities given to them by Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or whether it be the responsibilities of Khilafah. But they never ignored, they never sidelined their teaching of the Quran, because they firmly believed in the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is the hadith? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Uthman radiyallahu anhu is the narrator of this hadith, or I believe it's Umar radiyallahu anhu. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Khayrukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allama." Have you heard this hadith before? Khayrukum, the best of you, man ta'allama al-Qur'an, the one who learns the Quran, wa 'allamahu, and teaches it to others. These are by far the best people on earth. Those who learn the Quran and those who teach it to others. That is why never ignore your Quran learning, never ignore giving the Quran its due rights. The Quran has several rights upon us, which we have to fulfill. One of them is the right of reciting the Quran the way it's supposed to be recited. Like we just discussed some time back, that you can't speak English, you can't appear for ESOL. You know ESOL? ESOL test. Anyone who must have tried going for a job in any foreign country where the English speaking is required, there's an exam called as ESOL. So can you pass an ESOL exam by speaking English according to your own way, according to any accent? You have to speak like how the Britishers speak. You have to speak like how the Americans speak, how the English people, native people speak. That's when you will get a high score and you will be able to go for your job. So same way in terms of Quran, we have to realize this. We have to make the change. We don't have to sideline it. We have to give it priority in our day-to-day lives. Fine, so here we have completed the definition of Tajweed. And the historical background, what I was explaining right now was the historical background. What is the history of Tajweed? How did it come into being? We learned that it's Prophet ﷺ who learned it from Jibreel alayhi salam, and Prophet later taught it to Sahaba, Sahaba taught it to Tabi'een, they taught it to the Atba'ut Tabi'een, and it continued until it has reached us till date. So, through Tajweed, you can be sure that you are reciting the Qur'an according to the way Prophet ﷺ recited. There are certain aspects which are left. Inshallah, we will be taking a break now for Maghrib Salah, 5:55. After Maghrib, we'll resume. And as I told you, that I want all of you to be there in all the sessions so that you benefit maximum. If this attitude is there that you are in some sessions and you are skipping other sessions, then you are not going to benefit from this workshop. You have to be here, and inshallah after Maghrib Salah we'll be resuming. So stay tuned and be there on time after the Salah, inshallah. Alright, so we conclude the first session. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.